Hey, what's up you guys? Yes, today we're going to be doing another creepy video. And today we're going to be talking about some of the creepiest things that have happened on TV. And I'm warning you, some of these are very, very disturbing. So first we're going to be talking about creepy game show hosts. So in the late 70s, a man named Shane Dawson hosted a show. Now he was a great host, really funny, really quick, but there was one thing he did that was very, very creepy. He would kiss female contestants and say it was for good luck. And he did it so much that his nickname became the Kissing Bandit. And we're not just talking a little kiss on the cheek or something cute, we're talking an actual kiss on the lips without even them asking for it. Check it out.
Good luck with your career, okay? Don't get a job like
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
You're in an order. That's very good.
Hello.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
What would you say?
Stereo.
All right. Stereo. I couldn't live without mine.
I know, fucking creepy. And that's not the only creepy thing he did. He'd also say really weird sexual things. And this was a family show. Just check this out.
I love you.
We must get on with the game. Well, I tell you honestly, we've been on the air, I think, a year and a half. It's the first time on those introductions I've ever gotten aroused. Now, no, I'm leveling with you. That's the most passionate kissing. I usually kiss for luck, but I got involved a couple of times there.
I know. Very, very weird. But this isn't the only game show host that has kissed contestants. Unfortunately, the next host took it to an extreme. In the 1980s, there was a show in Canada called Just Like Mom, and it was hosted by a man named Fergie Oliver. Now, most of the contestants on the show were young girls under the age of 13, and he would always try to kiss them. And once again, not cute little kisses on the cheek. This is very disturbing. So if you're triggered by this type of stuff, I would definitely click off this video. Check it out.
Look at me a little closer. They're green. You hand out kisses, Jennifer? Can I have a little kiss, please? Oh. Can I have a hug and a kiss? I can't have one?
Mm-mm.
Even if I say and whisper in your ear that Allison, you're gonna win the show, I still can't have a hug and a kiss? Well, I guess you can't win the show then. If I don't get a hug and a kiss. Yeah, you hear that? Oh, you missed.
Probably the most disturbing thing I've ever seen, ever. And I don't know why they wouldn't stop him or why they wouldn't fire him, or why the parents would let it happen. All of it just fucking freaks me out. Well, Fergie never got in trouble, and he went on to have more shows and more success and a pretty long career, so whew. So I've seen a lot of really creepy, uncomfortable moments happen on news channels, mainly because it's live, so you kind of never know what people are gonna say. But this next clip definitely takes the cake. On a show called Headline News on CNN, the host Glenn Beck asked a reporter a question that was very disturbing. They were talking about a nude picture scandal that happened on American Idol, and then he asked her about her own pictures, and then this happened.
Somebody would get a picture of you, and then it would be posted all around, and it'll happen in your office.
Yeah, possibly.
You don't think so?
Well, it depends, you know.
Dina,
it depends.
I've got some time and a camera. Why don't you stop by? No. Okay.
Oh my god, the silence after he asked it and just the uncomfortableness, oh my god. Also, why would you ask that? Ooh, and the silence in the room, it reminded me of, remember when Kelly Osbourne said on The View about Donald Trump, how like if he got rid of all Mexicans and like who would clean his toilet? If you don't remember, check it out.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like,
oh my god, the silence in the room. Oh, by the way, Kelly apologized. She misspoke. She didn't explain what she was trying to explain right. I'm not sticking up for her, I'm just saying we all fuck up. But man, that silence in that room after she said that, oh. Awful. Now this next moment is from my favorite show of all time, and that is Big Brother. And I remember watching this when it happened on TV. So back in 2002, there was 2 contestants named Justin and Krista. They were kind of like the showmans of that season. Well, they were in the kitchen one night and they were hanging out, and then things progressively started to get very weird. He talked about bashing her head in, he put a knife to her throat. The whole thing was fucking very disturbing. And then because of that, he got kicked off the show. So here is a clip from the actual show when this happened. Check it out.
Yesterday, producers expelled one of 12 house guests for breaking the rules. Justin, the bartender from Bayonne, New Jersey, threatened house guests with violence and physical intimidation. It was a violation of one of the most serious rules of the house. As you will soon see, Justin's threatening behavior continued, as did the concerns of his housemates for their own safety. The final straw for the producers was the incident Tuesday night in the kitchen. Krista was intoxicated. They started to kiss.
Hey, Mom, I don't like O.
Whatever,
like
dude.
it.
I ain't got no time for you.
Come here, your mama.
Stay right there. Stay right there.
All right.
Would you get mad if I cracked you over the head with this?
Your mama would, though. Because I'm
Yeah.
the first girl that don't like.
For real?
So your mom would love me. How ma?
Not for nothing. Would you get mad if I killed you?
At this point, Justin picked up a large kitchen knife and repeated to an intoxicated Krista, "Seriously, would you get mad if I killed you?" He put the knife to Krista's throat as they kissed. He then took the knife away momentarily, and then he returned the knife to its drawer.
That's gonna make me take the peanut butter, open it up, and say, ah!
At this point, Justin was called into the diary room.
Justin, please go to the diary room.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We got problems. We got problems. I think it might have been a knife to your neck.
After a lengthy consultation with the show's psychologist, producers were left with no choice but to expel Justin to protect the safety of the house guests.
I know, fucking crazy. I mean, the idea of Big Brother is crazy in general because you're putting a bunch of strangers in a house together. There's knives, there's weapons. Like, what if somebody just fucking snaps? And then we're all watching at home on the live feeds as it happens? It's fucked up. Well, later on, Krista actually sued CBS because she found out that Justin had prior charges for violence. He was arrested on assault charges like 5 years before that, and also stole a car. And for some reason, CBS didn't screen that or figure that out, so obviously Krista was pissed. Now this next one is really fucked up, and I have been fascinated by it for years. I have watched documentaries about it, I have seen interviews about it, and it is intense. So back in the 90s, there was a show called The Jenny Jones Show. So Jenny Jones was kind of like Oprah mixed with Maury Povich. Like, she would have on guests, she would ask them crazy questions, they would do makeovers, and one of the most popular things they would do is have people come in and talk about their secret love. And then they bring out the person and they'd confess their love to them on national TV. And usually it would end with a kiss and the audience would clap and then they'd be happy forever. Well, unfortunately, in March of 1995, that did not happen. On this particular episode, which was never shown on TV, a man named Scott told his friend, who was a man, that he had feelings for him.
How bad's the crush? Tell me about the first time you met him. Where was he?
Basically, he was under a car, working on her brake line.
Yeah. And that was your first time? What was your first impression?
Well, I only saw the lower half of him, so you can imagine.
So then Jenny brought out his friend Jonathan, who had no idea.
Hey, well, get the headphones off of John and let's have John come out here and see who has the crush on him. Here's John.
And then Scott told Jonathan, and it got pretty awkward.
Did you think Donna had the crush on you?
Did I? No, we're good friends.
Well, guess what? It's Scott that has the crush on you.
You lied to me.
And then Jenny brought up something really awkward to talk about, which was Scott's fantasy that he had about Jonathan.
Well, it entails like whipped cream and champagne, stuff like that.
Well, it was all fun and games, and the audience was laughing and cringing, and everybody thought it was a really great time. Unfortunately, 3 days after the show taping, something very bad happened. Jonathan went to Scott's house 3 days later with a shotgun and shot him dead. And in court, Jonathan said one of the main reasons he did it was because of what happened on the show, and that he was humiliated and that it ruined his life. And because of that, the show was never aired. Jenny Jones even had to go to court to testify and say that it was not their intent to piss him off. They did not think it was going to go that way. But either way, unfortunately, it ended in murder. Now this last one is fucking crazy. I can't believe this happened, and I can't believe I hadn't heard about it until recently. And that is the fact that on the show The Dating Game, a serial killer won. In 1978, there was a man named Rodney Alcala, and he was on a killing spree in California. During the killing spree, he went on a show called The Dating Game, and he was put as Bachelor #1. And at the time, nobody knew that he was an actual serial killer. Check it out.
Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome.
And some of his answers were so fucking creepy if you think about the fact that he's a serial killer.
Bachelor #1.
Yes.
What's your best time?
The best time is at night. Nighttime.
The only time? What's wrong with morning, afternoon?
Well, they're okay, but nighttime's when it really gets good.
I know, fucking creepy. And the craziest part, he won. This girl won a date with a fucking serial killer.
You heard from the bachelors. You got some great dramatic presentations, some good answers, but now I'm going to ask you a question. Will that date be Bachelor #1, Bachelor #2, or Bachelor #3? Who gets the dates?
I'll take one.
#1, Bachelor #1. All right. Say hello to Rodney Alcala. Rodney, come on and say hello. Congratulations, Rod. You did it with the one answer.
Now, luckily, they never actually went out on the date. She met him face to face and she was like, nah, I'm not into it. Well, this is the craziest part. He would pretend to be a fashion photographer and he would have girls come over. He would photograph them. They thought that he was like a legit photographer, and then he would kill them. Now, he's currently in prison on death row for a few different murders, but then police found in his house a bunch of photographs of girls, and then they realized that those girls were also dead. Now, police are still looking into this, and they're looking at the pictures and trying to find the bodies and trying to match them, but what they do know is that there's a chance that he killed up to 130 women. But luckily, the girl who chose him, Cheryl Bradshaw, did not go on the date, so she's still alive. Well, there you guys go. Those are all the creepiest moments from TV. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video, and hopefully it didn't make you too uncomfortable. Or actually, hopefully it did. And if you want me to make more videos like this, please give me a thumbs up so I know. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel right down below, because I make new videos every single day. And if you want to see more of my creepy videos where I talk about kind of scary stuff, I'll put a link to a playlist right at the top of the description below. Alright, you guys, I will see you little creepers tomorrow. Stay safe. Okay, so I just posted a picture and I asked you guys to give me a one-word explanation of what I look like. Let's read them. Lonely. Yup. Depressed. Okay, not really about my look, but thanks.